Welcome back to the channel, good friends. Brian from Apex Auction Car Reconditioning. We're working on the Acura TL. We have the top of this trunk lid finished in the last couple videos. Now we're going to work on just this little section that's left over. And before we even get started, we're going to debadge because the scratches run in between the lettering, in beyond the logo itself, and we just want a clean correction. So let's get this off. First thing we want to do is get the badge warm, close to being pretty hot, and that itself will warm up the adhesive that is behind it, connecting it to the body. You don't want to bake it, you don't want to get it oven hot so it burns the paint. You just want to get it nice and warm. This tool here is great for removing badging, emblems. You can find this on Amazon. Just get it started behind one of the letters and saw back and forth, and you'll be able to remove the emblem from the body. And then all you have is the adhesive left behind, and we'll use the 3M wheel to get rid of that. Let's warm this up. Remove this logo, the main logo here. With the shop manager closely watching, this is what we're going after. Not only just the normal swirls and wear and tear and the outline of emblems, but these Wolverine scratches up and down. I have no idea what was going on here, but we've got to try and remove these as well. They're pretty deep. We have about 5 mils to work with. That's plenty. 4.5 from that side. We're going to use the rotary and a wool pad and 3D ACA 500 as was requested in the bottom of the comment sections for previous videos. I read them, I listen. That's what we're going to use today. And as requested, we are going to use the 3D ACA 500, designed for wool, and we're going to team it up with a hybrid pad. This is a wool pad with foam backing on the rotary. When we're cutting with the rotary on softer, thinner paint, such as Acura, the cutting stage will be done with the wool, and then we'll switch over to a finishing pad, stick with the rotary, and finish down. We're going to have to remove haze. There's going to be a little bit of haze left behind from the cutting stage. I'll show you that. Let's get started. Shake up that rich formula. That's really thick with a lot of abrasives in there. We'll do 1/2 at a time. So you want to work a section this size with this combination. Spread it out. And we'll turn up the machine a little bit. and we'll do some cutting. As often as you can, you want to hold the polisher flat. But when it comes to over here in the curves, you want to slightly tilt the polisher so you can get in there. Now, the ACA 500 on a wool pad, because of the air flowing through these fibers, dries out ACA 500 rather quickly compared to a dual action polisher. So we're going to load up again and then just go after the real deep scratches, well, these on this side. When you're working with a wool pad and this type of abrasive, you're going to have dust. You're going to have wool fibers floating in the air, getting in your nostrils. It's hard to avoid. But this combination does really, really well. Okay. That's as far as we're going to go with the cutting stage. So let's wipe off this residue. I think I can go just a little bit further just on two small areas, so let me do that. Here and there. And this has a curve to it, so I'm going to have to tilt the polisher. And over here I can stay flat. Okay. Get you off the stand there and bring you in. We have some huge improvement. So these are gone. But we do have the hazing that I mentioned. Once we clear that up, it should look really good. Let me get this side here yet. And then we'll go on to step 2. Now I do have this light set up so you can see as I'm cutting. Sometimes I'm going to have to kind of get in front of the camera so I can see what I'm doing as well. I apologize for that, but I have to be able to see. Again, really, I should move onto a smaller polisher, but I'm going to stick with this one, so I have to really tilt pretty far to get that area. Over here, I can keep it rather flat. This curve here, I'm going to have to tilt again. Now I'm going to need the light here, so I don't mean to get in front of you, but I'm going to load up and do here and here. Just two things that I see. And we are done with the cutting stage. And that should do it. All right, so this is where we stand. All of those deep scratches are gone. Now we just need to finish down. Something to share in between steps. Yes, I do like to use panel prep. I don't always show it in the videos, but what I did want to share is I like to let the panel cool down before I use it. If you're using a panel that has a little bit of a solvent and you just corrected and it's hot, it's warm from correction, and it's swelled up, pores are open, you're going to get the solvent from the prep or the alcohol in the pores, and it's going to take forever to evaporate. So let it cool down before you use your prep. If you press for time, you press for time, but if you have it, let it cool down. Okay? And after that, we move on to the next step, and step 2 is going to be fab finish and a waffle finishing pad on the rotary. Shake up the finisher. And just like the cutting stage, we'll break it up into 2 parts. Now, here and there. Spread out. And I like to keep low speeds for finishing, especially with a waffle pad. And a lot slower arm movement than the cutting stage, obviously. Okay. Now over here. So a completely different approach when it comes to finishing with the rotary compared to cutting. After, perfect? No, nowhere near. There are some deep scratches through the clear. The only way you're going to take care of them is sanding it down to the panel and repainting, but much, much better. And with the rotary, as requested. And now, even with all the brand new logos on there, as you remember, well, there's really only two to take off. That one was missing, that one was missing. Now they're all back on. There's a reflection. No huge scratches. And we're all finished. Okay, good friends, that's going to do it for the shop manager and myself. If you have any questions or if you have any requests, such as the one we just did today using the rotary, leave them down in the comment section. I read them, I take them into consideration, I listen, and we'll get it done. Catch you in the next video.